Welcome to episode Ocho of
Episode-
Undrafted Amateurs. I think I'm going to become fluent as I continue to progress. Like my mind is going to be like, okay,
You're going to be great with numbers.
Well, but it's going to translate to everyday conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're just going to figure out ways to say numbers in everyday conversation.
It's like that Drake saying, it's like, I can teach you how to speak my language, Rosetta Stone.
This is the second time you've quoted that in this podcast.
I might quote it at least 8 more times.
I need some more caffeine before I'm ready for that.
I'm going to start throwing out some rap quotes.
Episode 8, though. Fun fact, like I said, 7 was my baseball jersey.
Yes.
Except for freshman year.
Oh, why?
My coach was number 7.
Your coach had a number.
Coach had a number. But
Interesting.
he was my favorite coach I've had. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, he can have it.
He can have number 8.
Yeah,
Or number 7.
number 7.
technically. And you had number 8.
Yeah, but I was a freshman, so I couldn't really pick any.
Were you a small guy?
I was a skinny dude.
Me too.
Because I swam all growing up, too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Michael
I
Phelps?
kind of like, yeah, basically.
If you will.
I didn't even tell my friends in high school. A lot of them didn't know that I was on the swim team.
Yeah, that's like me in golf. I'll never forget, we did a pep rally in high school, dude, where it's all the fall sports, right? So
Yeah.
think of like football. I think we did soccer. No, we did soccer in spring. So it's just like football was like the biggest homecoming. It was like a
Yeah.
homecoming pep rally. And then they called golf out. They're like, and give it up for the golf
You're like,
team.
here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Give it
I'm
up for
like,
Christian.
I'm
Let me
sitting
hear
here-
ya.
I actually remember this pretty vividly. I was wearing like a white V-neck because I thought I was Justin Bieber at the time because I was like 15 years old or 16.
Did you have the swoop as well?
I did. I would like
Nice.
flip over my hair.
Nice.
And anyway, looking back on it, that was probably a very cringy moment of my life. But in the moment, I thought I looked cool. I thought like, I'm
That's-
wearing this outfit.
you know-
I'm pretty sure I was wearing my space shoes, as my teachers would call them. The
Were you
skate
wearing
shoes.
Nike Elite socks as well?
Yes, there was a point where I did wear Nike Elite socks.
The weirdest, like one of those trends that I look back on and I'm like, what was happening here? Was Sperry's with high socks
Oh
and
my
shorts.
gosh, yeah, don't even.
That was just,
I didn't want to afford the Sperry's, so I would buy the knockoffs. They're like $30 Island shoes. They're called like
Island.
They're-
Honestly though, Island sounds kind of nice.
It was looking back on it, I just don't want to see what I wore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't, there's some outfits I wore like backwards hat where I'm like, that's a vibe. I'm
Yeah.
sure I was most of the time a vibe, but there was
Yeah,
probably,
I think that's up for debate. Define vibe and then
there were
maybe.
some times that I probably wasn't a vibe. What did you do this weekend?
Pretty much just worked. I got outside a little bit. Have I told the podcast about the nets,
football?
the football nets?
I don't know if you have, but if you had, it deserves another one.
It deserves
two.
another one.
Yeah.
I am a grown man that has nets in my backyard, and I just go out and throw the football for a little brain break all the time.
You have
the
props too, right?
What's that?
Don't you have props?
Oh, well, so there's 3 nets, and 2 of them have different targets. They're like about 12 to 16 inch squares. That you can like have nets inside of them, so you can like drain them, which I do because I could go D1 right now.
Yeah.
Then there's a golf net that I set up in front as a defender. So I'll set up all these different throws where I have to drop in the pocket, can't get picked, can't overthrow it.
Sure.
I mean, I'm nasty right now.
You're
also,
you're
all
natural.
the kids in our neighborhood have just like will come over and like grab them, like start playing in the front yard. It's like kind of fun, kind of weird, but
That's actually hilarious.
But yeah. And then I bought flags because I
Flag
keep
football.
trying to get flag football going, and you've played, and that was been one of my 2 successful games over the last year. I think it's me again.
we gotta.
But-
what is like the minimum number of people we can get out there? You think we can do 3-on-3,
3-on-3 feels
but with
like
an
a
all-time
minimum.
quarterback type of deal? I feel like you need an all-time quarterback.
Why?
That levels the playing field.
Yeah, because if I'm quarterback
Yeah,
on one team,
exactly.
I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
Plus, how would you do? You just have 3 defenders and 2 wide receivers type of deal. I don't like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
I think it needs to be an all-time quarterback with an odd number of people. Or you can have the all-time quarterbacks kind of switch a little bit, like every game or something.
so you think the offense needs to have more people than the defense?
No, they need to be equal.
But you're saying an odd number with an all-time quarterback.
Oh, sorry. I mean, they need to be equal on the wide receiver, defensive back. Like if you had 3v3, I think you need a quarterback. So you have 3 wide receivers and 3 DBs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then you have more people in offense than defense. You have no one because like can the
Technically,
quarterback
yes.
run or anything?
Yeah, technically.
That's why I like even. I mean, ideal is obviously 7-on-7.
Yeah.
but that's just gonna be hard to get.
Very
But anyway,
hard to
all that to say, people that I know have not been using the flags, but the kids will come over and just
Kids
knock it
will.
over and like, hey, can we borrow them? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Just hold on to them and play with them. So
Yeah. No, that's cool.
what about you though?
I ended up having dinner with James and his wife, me and Becca, which was a great time. Friday night, we cooked this different noodle, which I don't even remember the name, had a hole in it. It was like a pool noodle almost.
Like a donut?
No, it was like a spaghetti noodle,
Oh,
but it had
you're
a
saying
hole
like
in
down
it.
the middle, like you
Yeah.
use it as a straw.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot what it was called, but they're really fancy people. And
The other three, just not you, basically.
not me. And then I did a couple breweries again on
Nice.
Saturday, which was fun. Went to Isley for the first time, which was fun. And just kind of hung out. I did have some unbelievable wooden iron food though.
Oh, that's
Saturday night. Oh,
wouldn't
my
I've never
gosh.
been there. I forgot I did hang out with some friends Saturday night and went to Taza. Always a big fan of Taza.
Scott's?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised I didn't
It was
see
crazy down there.
we were at Scott's all day Saturday. Not all day, but just for a few hours. We like hit Isley, Star Hill, and then went into Wooden Iron.
Okay. They were at River City Roll before and then I
Yeah.
like met them there and then whatever. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Just-
fun.
yeah.
Just fun.
Just fun.
More importantly though, what's happening in the world?
Tesla.
Oh, they had a bunch of recalls.
What was it like?
363,000, I believe. Thousand. And these were like the full autonomous self-driving cars.
How many incidents do you know like that happened, or is it just like one or two?
I think it was
they had
just,
to call?
I know it was one in specific that happened, but I don't know how many like,
What happened with that?
I have no idea, to be honest. I think it was just like a crash. I don't remember the specifics.
I'd be curious to see. I think I don't know. People just get so sketched out about the autonomous feature.
I do too.
I don't trust people though.
I just like being in control.
But the thing is,
I think I have this
I like being in control, but I don't trust you being in control. So
You should though.
I should.
You should let me drive.
No, I would let you. But as a whole, I feel like people just. I mean, every time I'm driving, I'm like, this person's very dumb.
Yeah. I don't trust Tesla, but I do want a Model S. I do. I want to whip
You just
on.
won't use the self-driving feature.
Correct. I would use to know, but I like the lane assist. Like I do believe in that. Right? Like that's like if you're
What
veering,
about,
if you're veering out of the
yeah.
lane and it brings you, I like that.
What about the adaptive cruise control? It's on like other cars too.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
I use that all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is it better than okay?
I'm a big fan, especially on road trips.
Okay. My problem is me just like normally driving, I'm not paying attention.
You just said that I should trust you.
No, I am. But like, you know how when you're driving, like you just like enter your
Yeah, okay,
subconscious
that's fair.
mind,
And-
and then
and-
like 10 minutes goes by and
and
you're
you're
like,
like, what just happened in those
like,
10 minutes?
I definitely
Yeah.
passed like 5 stoplights and I just like don't remember any of them.
It is ridiculous how that happens.
Yeah.
We're just-
Sometimes I'd just get really nervous about that, but then I'm like, obviously my brain's smart enough to be like, this isn't dangerous.
That's a lot of confidence.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of confidence, you like those Marvel movies?
I do.
I haven't watched any of them.
You haven't?
I have not.
You haven't watched a single Marvel
I don't
movie?
think so. I really don't think
Did you
so.
watch Iron Man?
I watched pieces of it. I did not watch the full thing.
Did you watch... You didn't watch Iron Man?
I watched a little bit with Robert Downey.
Yeah.
Watched a little bit of it, but I never watched like the full.
I thought that was going to be the one that I caught you on. You're like, I haven't watched any of them. I'm like, you didn't watch Iron Man? And then you're like, oh, well, I didn't know that was one
I've
of them.
watched a couple scenes from it. But
Okay, what? None of the Avengers? Captain America?
No. Never got into it. Anyway, Ant-Man,
Wow.
though, grossed over $100 million. in the
Now that's
opening
one that I don't know if
weekend.
I can get into.
Really?
It just doesn't. I don't know. Ant-Man and the
Doesn't do it.
Wasp. It just doesn't do it for me.
Ant-Man.
Sick. Ant-Man.
Yeah,
It's well, real quick about the whole Marvel everything. It's so interesting now. I've seen actors talk about that it's the equivalent of Westerns back in the day, where some people try to avoid it if you don't want that to be in your career. But other ones are like, it just feels like one of those movies that you have to be in.
to like keep watching type of deal.
Or no, it's just like how all actors were in these Western movies like back in the day.
Oh,
It's like the
gotcha.
same thing as Marvel now. Like, oh, you didn't do a Marvel movie, or in your career you're at this time. Yeah, I'm going to do a Marvel movie because that just feels like one of those boxes I have to
You gotta
tick.
check. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but-
It's like the Matthew McConaughey. First of all, I love Matthew McConaughey, but he's done a lot of interviews recently and like talked about his transition from the rom-com guy into just like different movies, like
Well,
Interstellar.
he
and
almost
stuff.
didn't do How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, which that's Caitlin's favorite movie of all time.
Is
Up
it?
there for me, I'm going to be honest. We watch that a lot.
I am a
good
big
movie.
rom-com fan myself.
We should do a draft for rom-coms coming up soon.
We actually should.
Big fan.
We should let Caitlin and Becca do it.
No, I want my own say. Well, yeah, we can add them into it,
Yeah.
but I'm getting my own picks for it too.
Because, yeah, she just loves movies.
Kind of along the rom-com line, OBX 3 is coming out this week on Thursday.
I got to binge that. Just binged Full Swing on Netflix. Gotta
I'm a
binge.
huge fan. You add treasure and adventure into a rom-com. I guess it's not a comedy, but it's more of like the romance
drama,
adventure.
like a
yeah.
like a romance drama.
Huge fan of that.
It kind of fires me up a little bit.
Same.
I get fired up easy though.
Yeah, you do.
And then we had the British Awards.
Yeah.
Were going on. Austin Butler in his deep voice won Elvis or won Best
I still
Actor.
haven't watched Elvis.
I haven't either.
So I really want to. I'm gonna be honest. It just feels like a big commitment to watch it.
It does, and
it's a
also
long
it's
movie.
crazy to me how because he prepared for that role for like 2+ years, and I was hearing him talk about it, and his voice actually changed. Like
He almost went
permanently.
full on method acting for it, and then it
But
adapted a lot. Yeah.
It's still like way deeper than what it was. He can't change it.
At dinner last night, I saw that Jimmy Carter is set to go to hospice.
Oh, former
I'm
president.
gonna be honest. It doesn't really matter at all to my life. He's, I think, pushing 100,
98, I think.
98. So thoughts with his family, but other than that, just wanted to share that update.
It's always, human evolution. It's always kind of sad, but yeah, I mean, he's lived a great life.
Like if-
98.
I'm just gonna say it though. If you would ask me a week ago, is Jimmy Carter alive? I don't think I could have told you.
Oh my gosh. Agreed. I thought he was dead, but
Right?
but number two, that just reminded me. Just now I had like a breakthrough. Last night I had a dream I was the president of the United States.
Really?
Not
Was it a
even kidding.
nightmare or a dream?
I had a dream I was flying across the United States in a private jet, like not even kidding.
Ooh, Air Force One though.
And I met with, it might have been Donald Trump. And like, I felt like me, like Christian,
Yeah.
but I knew in the dream that I was the president of the United States.
Weird.
It was kind of weird.
I saw Adele and Ed Sheeran turn down Charles's coordination concert.
Oh, what do you think about that?
I honestly just don't care about the royal
I don't
family.
care at all.
But pretending like I did care, spicy.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
pretend
like Adele and Ed Sheeran.
Pretend like it affects me. Oh my God.
This is just salacious.
How could they possibly say no to royalty?
Does that mean they're Team Harry?
Oh, does that mean they're just
Team
selfish?
Meghan?
Are they just selfish?
Whoa. Don't talk about Adele and Ed like that.
I think they're just misogynistic, selfish.
Oh, we're talking about the royal family now. Yes. Agreed.
Now that we just talked about something I don't care about, something I'm very passionate about is Tiger Woods handing Justin Thomas a tampon. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was hilarious. And just to see the reactions on every news outlet,
It was...
ABC, CNN, Fox News.
I just take whatever you think about it, right, wrong, whatever. I just think that it sucks that there's so many cameras out there that you can't relax and have fun. You know what I mean? That that was pretty discreet at the end of the day.
It was.
And if that's getting blown out, that's just, I'm not a huge fan of that.
I'm just not a huge fan at all because they're good friends, and Tiger Woods is just happy to be out there. I mean, he very rarely plays in tournaments nowadays. He's just
Had a
happy
good
to
drive,
be out there.
had a little distance.
He had a
on
great
it.
drive, and he outdrove Justin Thomas. And he just, I think I might do that next time I golf with someone.
Let's go play golf. I'll be totally surprised.
Yeah. We'll record it, and then we'll just send it to news outlets.
And then get you canceled.
Yeah. And they were like, really? After everything's Tiger Woods done, he does this?
Meanwhile, if Tiger Woods can survive everything else, he'll be all right.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh. So,
But yeah, John Rahm won.
yes, back to
Who'd you
number
want
one
to
in the
win?
world. I wanted Homa to win very bad. I like
I saw
Homa's
when they were close,
personality.
and then I guess he had a bogey, and then
Last
John Rahm,
couple holes, yeah.
started separating.
Yeah, but they were tied with like maybe 4 holes to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it got me thinking over the weekend. Do you think if you retired or you sold the company at 30, say in 5 years, you sold the company and you had enough money to hire a swing coach and to play golf 5 times a week, 6 times a week, do you think you could ever make the PGA Tour?
No.
You think you could ever make a tournament on the PGA Tour?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think that I could get like scratch, definitely. I could have low rounds, I think.
Yeah.
Two things that would trip me up. Three things, actually. One, putting. I hate putting. And I would hate to practice putting.
I know, it does
And
suck.
so that would just be a very strong uphill battle for me to fight. Second one, it would take so much work to reach the top level. I would have to completely break down my swing and start from the bottom up. And I've got so many years of baseball and now like a few years of playing golf where I can hit the ball far. I can have like great shots now, but they wouldn't reach that top level without rebuilding it and re-engineering it. So it would be the unlearning process, then the retraining muscle memory, and then building, which would take a really long time.
Yep.
So that's another challenge. And then the last one is the mental aspect of it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the top golfers in the world, college included, they're pretty close skill wise. It's the mental ability to let a bad shot be behind and stay focused and all of these things that I don't know if realistically I don't have.
They're also freaks.
I'm a basket case.
Yeah, they're also freaks. Like they hit it 320, right? They can putt unbelievably well. Like they're just absolute freaks, not only mentally, but physically. I mean, you look at like a McElroy or like a Koepka.
Yeah.
Right? Except like Justin Thomas and Spieth. They're tiny guys.
I would say the best, like my closest thing that would translate would be distance.
I think I could.
I just couldn't. Yeah, I bet you could.
I really think I could. Like I have a lot of confidence that if money wasn't an issue and I had 10 years, a 10-year runway, right? From 30 to 40. If I had those 10 years, I think mentally I'd be mature enough. I'd still probably hire a sports psychologist. I'd go at this type A. I'd hire a sports psychologist. After like a year or two of like honing in the swing and stuff with the swing coach, I'd hire a sports psychologist. And then I would reach out to all the PGA Tour guys and see if like one of them would mentor me. And I really think I could, because right now I'm like a 2 handicap. And I think if you give me 2 years of consistent golf, like just with a swing coach, I think I can get to like +2, +3. And then at that point, I think we can start entering some tournaments and then just gain more experience. And then at some point, get to a point, I'm hoping 5 years down the road, we're looking to qualify.
Well, then the question is, 5 years makes sense. If you're going the 30 to 40 age range, by the time you're 40, would you have lost like your edge right now, physically being able to compete? Whereas like, yeah, there are older guys on tour, but like they obviously had it. And
yeah,
you know what I mean?
But like, if you got to think, like a lot of these guys are getting older and still really competing.
But that's what I'm saying. But they were coming, it's the Tom Brady's. It's not like a new 45-year-old trying to enter in.
No, there's a lot of
really?
Yeah, there's a lot of like older rookies that are coming on, like late 20s. And I mean, golf is just different. Like,
that's true.
Golf, you can, realistically, you can play until you're 50. Realistically. Like, you could play.
When do you think you start losing distance?
I think you probably start losing distance probably young 40s, I would say.
Oh, really? Okay, I was
40.
just assuming it was sooner.
No, because
That
they're
makes sense.
still like, I mean, DJ is like mid to late 30s, and he just bombed. I mean, you know, obviously he's 6'4".
Plus any professional athlete, you're getting access to all the treatment.
Yoga,
and if you have all this money,
stretching,
these treatment centers,
So I think, golf is a little different. Like golf, you can be a 38-year-old and technically be in your prime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's
I
true.
think from 30 to 40, I don't know. I'm just fired up about it.
You might do it.
I might try to do it.
We've done these realistically, absolutely pointless made up team challenges. And I was thinking last night, how could I make it even more pointless? And so instead of doing a running back, a receiver, or quarterback, I'm doing a best lunchbox. I've got a drink, I've got a sandwich, I've got a cheesy snack, and then a dessert.
This throws me back to middle school when you used to trade. You know what I'm saying? When you were at the like lunch table.
Well, I was homeschooled then, but I could imagine.
Yeah,
I had a friend, you know.
You look like you were homeschooled.
Thank you. So you want to read the teams?
Yeah. All right. So team 1, we have milk,
Chocolate
milk with uncrustable PB&J, goldfish, and animal crackers. This is the most basic lunch, I feel like.
Fire though.
Yeah.
Team 2, we've got apple juice.
Yep.
A ham and cheese sandwich.
Ooh.
Harvest cheddar sun chips
which goes,
for the cheesy snack.
Oh, yeah.
And then cosmic brownies.
Oh my gosh. I haven't had a cosmic brownie since high school.
Yeah, I haven't had one since like last week either.
Yeah,
I haven't had one since high school.
I was like, that's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
You're just like downing cosmic brownies.
Let's go.
Like every other week, you're like, I deserve this. All right, so team 3. Oh, if you're an athlete, Gatorade as the drink. And then you have another Uncrustable, but is it the strawberry?
This is a peanut butter and honey.
Peanut butter honey. Okay, so switching up a little bit. And then a cheese classic, Cheez-It. And then grandma peanut butter cookies.
Did you ever have those?
I did. Actually, they were sold at South Hill Country Club, and I used to have them.
And then team 4, Capri Sun, fire.
Yeah, gas.
Turkey sandwich,
Okay.
Cheetos, and then Oreos.
These are kind of good. Like I
getting
kind
hungry?
of want some lunch right now.
Can you pack a little lunchbox for me?
So
You go first.
I'm gonna go first. So we're going last to first.
Yeah, same way as
same
normal.
order.
We'll do 4, 3, then the championship game.
Okay. So last for me, even though as much as I hate to say this, last for me is team 4. I love the cream. I love the Capri Sun.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't had a Capri Sun in a while, and I'm kind of craving it. But
Yep.
turkey is probably my least favorite out of those 4 sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cheetos, like I'm a big fan of spicy hot Cheetos, but not like
Hot
the
Cheetos and
normal.
Takis, yeah.
And then I like Oreos, but Oreos and the Capri Sun doesn't outweigh all the options.
Fair. I'm going to go, I like turkey, but team 4 I think it's got to be in last place. Capri Sun's pretty fire.
It is fire.
Turkey sandwich is fine. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Cheetos, though, I'm going to be honest. I'm not a big Cheetos person. They make my stomach hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Feel a little bit weird.
My stomach kinda
And then
hurts now.
Oreos, I don't have the milk. It's not team 1. How am I supposed to
that's
dip?
a good point.
You know what I mean?
actually,
Like, how do I dip my Oreos in a Capri Sun? It doesn't work like that.
Ooh, if you were to switch the drinks, it might be
I
a
know,
different story.
but
I
they're
didn't
not.
think about that, actually.
So
That's
team
great.
4, 4th place.
Both of us. Wow, same
Yeah.
choice.
I don't like agreeing with
So I'm actually just going to keep it pretty consistent here, and I'm going to go 3rd place as team 3.
you. Really?
So I like the Gatorade. Don't get me wrong. I'm an athlete, but the peanut butter honey, I'm a fan of, but I'm not as big of a fan as I am as like peanut butter jelly.
Yep.
Cheez-Its, bland. I like Cheez-Its are just like the normal ones. I love like the
Extra toasty.
I love the extra toasty, and I love the crispy ones. Not the extra toasty, but like the
I have no idea. Are you
Yeah.
talking about the same one? But you just
Cheez-It. What
call
am I talking
Cheez-Its
about?
bland?
the normal cheese, regular Cheez-Its are bland in my opinion. They taste like cardboard.
You are drunk.
They taste like cardboard.
Okay, first, when's the last time you've
First of
eaten
all,
cardboard?
If I have a
How are
wa-
you getting the sample size?
if I have a water goal, say I want to drink 100 ounces of water a day, I'm eating a lot of Cheez-Its because you gotta have like 20 ounces of water for every 40 or every 20 Cheez-Its.
That's just get saltine crackers or something like that.
It's the same thing in my opinion.
That's
It's the same thing.
okay. Say anything else you have about
So-
Pink Green. I can't even listen to you right now.
But it was tough because I really like those peanut butter cookies.
Those are fine.
And that's why it was tough for me to pick.
My
King
dad
Cruise
used to
3.
get the huge pack of them from Sam's,
Yes.
and they'd come in. Or we'd also like with team snacks after Little League games. A lot of times those would come in there.
We talk about Capri Suns too.
Okay, for me, 3rd place is going to be team 2. Again, ham
Ooh.
sandwich, not crazy about. I like some apple juice. I like the sun chips, but whatever. Cosmic brownies are fire.
They
but
are fire.
also probably better for my life to leave them out.
What type of ham and cheese is that? So for my championship, and I am going to say this based solely on the chocolate milk PB&J combo, that's the winner. In my opinion, team 1 is number 1. In fact, I went 1, 2, 3, 4.
You did.
Yeah. So team 1, I mean, first of all, goldfish for me, once again, unless they're the extra cheesy, kind of bland.
Okay, I thought you were going to say that they weren't bland. I love goldfish. I love Cheez-Its. But if you were going to say that Cheez-Its
Cheez-Its,
were bland and goldfish
So
were fire.
I like different types of Cheez-Its, and I like the extra cheesy goldfish. I
Okay,
just
yeah.
think like the normal
the flavor
ones,
blasted.
yes,
Extra
and the
cheddar.
normal ones are just bland. But animal crackers, I am a big fan of.
Yep.
But I don't know. Out of those, probably all those desserts, I would argue animal crackers is last. Out of
Really?
those 4,
Last.
I just like the
Okay.
Oreos and the cookies and
But the
cosmic
chocolate
brownies.
milk's what sends it over the top
Dude,
for you.
I eat still to this day 3 to 4 PB&Js a week. Still to this day, Jay.
Just
And then
PB
I
and
also,
J Day.
chocolate milk is by far one of my favorite drinks. So like between
I
that
agree.
and the PB&J, I couldn't say no because you have the entree and the drink. And at the end of the day, that's what really matters.
I'm going to say this is the least I've disagreed with you on a draft. So good
Okay,
job. Or
yeah.
a little team challenge here, whatever you want to call this. Team 1, team 3, championship. The peanut butter cookies, insane.
Yeah.
Animal crackers, also my favorite. So these are my top two
Ooh,
desserts.
Gotcha.
Cheez-Its and Goldfish. Those are my top two cheesy snacks.
Mm.
Peanut butter and honey, peanut butter and jelly. Those are my top two sandwiches.
Wow.
Also, if you add like on your own, like as an adult, you know, peanut butter and honey and banana.
Oh yeah, I actually had a peanut butter
good.
banana the other day.
And then, fun fact, I had a glass of chocolate milk and orange Gatorade every single day, all of high school, for lunch. So these are my top two drinks.
Hold on, you had like simultaneously?
I didn't mix them, but I would grab one glass and then another glass and then bring them both to the table and go like a little bit of this one and then a little bit of this one and keep going.
It's amazing what we put in our bodies in high school. You would do like a barbecue sandwich and then you throw
I would grab
milk
like
in
pizza,
there.
grab salad, and then I would get luncheon meat and just throw it on top of it.
I just want to.
But okay, honestly, I would put both of these in first place. I would make a lunchbox with both of them if I could.
You got to pick one.
But I have to pick one. And they're so close. But honestly, probably because you said team one is your winner,
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in second place.
Yeah, there you go.
As
Team
great
three.
as chocolate milk is, I'll take some Gatorade.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hydrated. I'm going to be running laps around you on the playground.
Yeah.
And then peanut butter and honey and peanut butter and jelly, to me, they're pretty much the same. I like Cheez-Its a little bit more than Goldfish.
Okay.
And then animal crackers, I honestly like a tiny bit more than the peanut butter cookies, just because I feel light and fresh. But since I have the Gatorade, this makes me feel light and fresh. Like I can do that either way. So, you know, I'm feeling great with my orange Gatorade, peanut butter and honey, Cheez-Its, peanut butter cookie. I mean, think about the leveraging power that the peanut butter like cookies have.
Oh.
You're coming to me, you're like, hey, can you take my
Leverage.
animal crackers? I'm like, sure, if you do my homework for me.
Yeah, leverage.
So
yeah. So, but the only thing for me, last thing I'll say is team two. It was such a tough decision because the ham and cheese with the sun chips.
That's a good combo.
That is such a good combo. Like that's a top tier combo.
It is good.
And then the cosmic brownie, like, is not even that good in my opinion. But
Really?
the fact that I haven't had it since high school makes me really crave it. Yeah, it tastes prepackaged. Like it tastes like
I had a friend, so there was a Dollar General that was about maybe a quarter mile from our school. And before baseball practices, we would tend to like go there. We had like 15 minutes. We would grab some snacks.
Yeah.
Flavor blasted goldfish were
Check.
just like a staple. Peach rings were also up there. I don't know if you ever got into those.
I did, yeah.
But I had a buddy that would get zebra cakes and cosmic
Oh.
brownies, and he would eat them before practices.
Shut up. Yeah. Did he throw up?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Your stomach in high
I
school,
feel like you're built different.
you are. Like you could have pizza and mixed with like sloppy joes, mixed with 2 glasses of milk,
And then you're
Gatorade,
fine.
zebra cakes.
Which then makes me think, have we made ourselves this? Like if we kept up that rhythm, could we be different?
I think we'd be fat. Yes, Joe.
Yeah.
You're right.
There's something called metabolism when you're growing up that's a little bit different.
Yeah, I think we'd be fat.
That's fair. But yeah, he would just slam cosmic brownies.
I kind of want to get one now.
Should we go?
Should we go
pause the
right-
pod and
yeah.
go right now?
That's actually pretty funny.
So
And we're back here with
any other
Uncrustables.
were there any other like staples that you would have that you added?
that I would add
Yeah.
to like this draft?
Yeah, or just like that you loved growing up.
Chocolate milk. I really did. That's why I had to pick number 1. PB&J. I can't tell you how many days I had chocolate milk with PB&J.
I'm gonna be honest, I could still eat animal crackers are like I could still eat those.
Yeah.
But like scratch desserts, I could still eat team 1 and team 3 pretty much every day.
Agreed. Yeah.
I've gotten into at
Agreed.
Tropical Smoothie, they have it's like the peanut butter crunch flatbread.
Mhm.
Did you ever have that?
No, no.
So it's granola, peanut butter, honey, and bananas on like flatbread. And so I make that sandwich at home all the time. Pretty nice.
Gas.
Pretty gas. And then peanut butter and jelly, obviously.
Gas. Yeah, I don't know what like in high school, middle school and high school, I don't really know what else. It's a pretty good draft.
Dang, I want to be a kid again.
Yeah, it's a pretty good.
Isn't it weird how all growing up, I don't know about you, I had older siblings and I always wanted to be older. And then you reach a point and everything in life sells you trying to become younger.
Yeah,
again.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
a weird point. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like right now my age is that tipping point where I'm just loving it. I'm enjoying it.
But like career wise, it's like you're
Yeah.
still so young.
Well, that's what's like. I would say even last year, even now, but especially the last couple of years, I felt it a little bit more. And now I'm at that sweet spot where I still feel young, but I felt like I have a little bit more experience. And then I'm about to feel old.
Yeah, in a couple years you'll be old.
It's already happening.
What's next, Florida man?
Yeah, you ready for it?
Yeah. So we are. Am I tied? No.
No, you got to win.
I'm
You're 4 and 3.
4 and
So
3.
no
Why do I
pressure.
keep saying 4, 4, 3. Like I'm like I'm
Well, it felt good when you were 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Air quotes, because you were 3 and 3.
I was batting 1,000.
Yeah. Something like that. All right. I'm going to sit up. Get ready for this. Story number 1. Down in the Florida Keys, a Florida man hopped in a backhoe from a nearby construction site and took it for a joyride on the 7-mile bridge. The man was wreaking havoc on the roadway as he was dragging the jackhammer attachment and dumping boulders along the way. When police arrived on scene, they saw the backhoe traveling around 10 miles an hour down the roadway. They were initially following him very closely until the man put the backhoe in reverse and started chasing the police backwards with the jackhammer. After an hour and a half, the man eventually ran over the police spikes and was arrested.
Backhoe?
Yeah. Story number 2. In Pasco County, a former waste management employee stole one of the company's garbage trucks to use as a getaway car for a bank robbery. The man believed the truck would provide a better likelihood of a successful escape. As the man and his 3 accomplices began to flee the bank, he discovered the vehicle was difficult to control at high speeds. Within a few moments, police were in close pursuit, and the man began to swerve erratically, knocking over several street signs. As the truck approached a sharp turn, the man lost control and the truck crashed through the guardrail and tumbled down a steep embankment. Police approached the vehicle before anyone could escape, and all 4 men were arrested.
Mm.
We got vehicles on the run now.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah. And dumb question, what's a backhoe?
So a backhoe is it's kind of like a tractor equipment where
Okay.
you've got like a bucket on the front and then it's like the excavator arm on the back. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like you're wearing a Sherlock Holmes hat where it's got the front bill and the back bill.
It's like you have a mullet.
Yeah. Nah, but it's like if it's party in the front and party in the back, but clean on the sides.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. So,
You look a little stumped right now.
yeah, I'm kind of stumped right now because chasing the police backwards with the jackhammer. All right. So here's what I'm thinking here. I am a little stumped with this one. I felt more confident. Honestly.
Did I do a good job?
You did.
Nice.
I felt more confident in the previous 7. But this one, just because like both of them could, both of them could happen.
All right. Time's running out on you.
All right, here's what I'm saying, okay? And this is
All
my
right.
reasoning. So, story 1 is more outlandish. Chasing them with the jackhammer. I think story 1's, hold on, I'm not done. Story 1's more outlandish, more crazy, because story 2, I feel like there's like, quote unquote, high speed getaways, like,
Yeah.
I mean, all the time. But you know that I would pick 1 because it's outlandish. So, I'm going to pick 2 as the true one.
Got a little surprise for you.
This backhoe that you're going to see here. was
Story
smiling.
number 1 is
As he
true.
led-
This is the man
No
driving down
way!
the bridge in the backhoe and the jackhammer.
He not only
it.
damaged a major bridge on US 1, but also used the backhoe to dump boulders on the road.
So yeah, he was dumping boulders out, dragging this jackhammer attachment. Then apparently he ran over the spikes eventually. I mean, it was like an hour and a half chase. He's going 10 miles an hour and then started chasing them the
Gosh
other
dang,
direction.
I thought you were going to try to do outlandish because you thought
Well,
I
was trying to
pick.
reverse psychology.
Gosh
I know,
dang
you gotta
it,
watch
man.
out for me. But my goals just make you not trust yourself. And he ends to, look at this. So he ran over the spikes, then had flat tires and kept driving until eventually he couldn't do anything else.
Wow. See, I
But yeah, I
thought
had to add the video for you.
I
there.
thought number 1. I mean, number 1's more outlandish, but I was like, yeah, Christian's not gonna. Or Christian's gonna guess the more outlandish one, but no.
Yep.
Wow. You
4
kind
and
of
4.
You kind of went tame for number 2, I think.
Well, because your reasoning last time was that it was more outlandish. And so I tried to make sure that the real one was still more outlandish. So you second guess yourself.
So reverse psychology, what you did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Basically, you're my puppet right now. I'm just like dragging you around,
Wow.
pulling all your
4
strings.
for 4.
4 and 4. Still. All right. Before we hit the draft, growth mindset, how do we want to better ourselves this week?
How do we want to better ourselves?
I mean,
this
you're already
week?
pretty great. So by your own accord, not mine.
Journaling.
Journaling.
Yeah, I was thinking about this over the weekend. Just like I feel like I just get discombobulated up there. You know,
I can tell.
I just get like, I got so many thoughts going on with so many different things. And I feel like if I just like journaled for like 10 minutes a day and just like got at least some of them out,
Yeah.
I'd just be a little more clear headed, a little more focused maybe. So
Probably.
my growth mindset would just be A, write more stuff down, but B, like take more time to reflect.
That's solid.
Yeah.
So mine, one of our good friends is a career coach. He always laughs about this one because it sounds
Stevie boy.
so exhilarating. Shout out, Steve. But it actually is really impactful when you start doing it. But I'm trying to calendar block, like get my calendar into better schedule because with work, I've got like the production side of things and then the editing. And I try to like mix them together and I'm
can't.
scrambled egg upstairs.
Yeah.
So I've like created essentially what I want my schedule to look like, where this is meetings, this is production sections, this is like a production sessions, this is like gym time, this is our podcast time, and trying to keep scheduling things within those confines to keep it a little bit controlled, hopefully be more efficient and more sane. Again, this is sticking with the theme that a little bit more routine is better for me, even if I don't want it. So
That's cool, man.
is it?
I think. It sounds like you're doing some good things.
Trying. So our draft for the episode
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
is most impressive sports records.
I'm so excited here.
And I get pick number 1.
Okay, go. Pick number 1. You got it, shawty.
All right. Pick number 1 of all the great ones. I'm going to show respect to the hustle here. And I'm going Cal Ripken's
I knew you were
2,632
gonna say
consecutive games. There are a lot of other records that are impressive output wise, but just showing up time and time again for the grind, you got to respect that.
Say the number again.
2,632.
That is
Well, hold on. If we're
15
going to
seasons
2,632
divided by 162.
is 16.2 regular seasons.
Wow. He never missed a sick.
What's that?
That's insane.
Hurt? What's that?
Wow.
So, because Lou Gehrig was second on the list.
Wow.
And then Cal Ripken obviously passed him.
Yeah.
But then, like, it's just not going to get touched. The next is like thousands under that. Or 1,000.
So I 100% agree with you that that's a great record.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it was in my top 3.
Yeah.
But for me, being a golf guy,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way anyone ever beats Jack Nicklaus's 18 major records. Ever. Tiger came very close.
But do you see that if it's top 2 finishes?
He has even more.
Well,
It's
he's at like
nuts.
38 if you count top 2.
Yeah.
And the next, like, Tiger is at like, what, 20 or
Something
something?
like that,
So
yeah.
it's like absurd if you even count the
I
next
know.
one.
But like the 18 majors, like Tiger, I think he has 15. And that's unbelievable. That's pretty close. But we all know Tiger's not going to win 3 more majors.
Yeah.
But also, the skill in the golf game right now is so much better than it was 20 years ago. Like you have actual athletes now playing golf. Where 20 years ago, it's just like if you were rich growing up or, you know.
Right. So it's going to be just harder to be dominant. in the
Right.
same way.
And so now it's just so much harder.
Did you see when Billy Football called him Jack Nicklaus? Because he didn't know who it was from like reading the name.
That's funny.
So record number 2, I'm kind of combining a few separate ones here. It's going to be Jerry Rice. The fact that he had like 1,500 catches, almost 23,000 yards, and almost 200 touchdowns, which sounds very impressive. Let me break it down one step for you.
Okay.
So if a receiver had 100 catches, 1,500 yards, and 13 touchdowns for 15 consecutive seasons, they wouldn't pass it. Like, think about that. If anyone has 100 catches, 1,500 yards, and 15 touchdowns, and 13 touchdowns, we'd be like, that's an insane season. We were talking about that with Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs. Then you
Cooper
do that
Kupp.
for 15 years straight.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's still not quite as good as Stephon Diggs, but
Yeah. Hot take from Christian.
yeah. I like that. Number 2, I think, is by far, and I almost didn't include it because it's an old record, but I include it because this is even more crazy, I think, than Cal Ripken's
Yeah.
over 2,000 straight games. It's Cy Young's
That is a good one.
749 complete games.
I had that on the list too.
Just to put that in perspective, Adam Wainwright is the current leader, 28. He has 28. So he is, I don't know, 700 and 21.
Here's to add one layer to yours right there with Cy Young. This record will never ever get broken.
Yeah.
Especially because the game has changed so much.
Yes.
So you're having pitchers instead of, I would say when I was younger, it was 7 innings was like the standard for a starter. Now it's
100%.
5 innings. Like all these analytics and things happening, you will never see that record
Never.
broken.
That's what I'm saying. Especially with the way it is now, you will just never see that broken.
100%.
Wow.
I'm going to do Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game.
Interesting.
Why interesting?
I disagree with that.
Why do you disagree with that? That's an impressive record.
It is an impressive record, but I mean, Kobe had 81, and then I think the way the NBA is going is just like the more points an individual can score.
The second closest is only 80% there.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I disagree with that.
Say more. Say more. Your argument was because the next closest was very far behind.
It was only 19 points.
Only 19 points?
Also, I think the NBA is just playing different now where like it's a lot more scoring. I mean, people are just jacking up threes. I really feel like you'd have something like a Stephen Curry in one game just get like really hot and get 100.
Okay, Steph Curry's highest is 62 points. Slightly over halfway.
62%, if you will.
Yeah. It's crazy about 100.
Yeah.
So you're telling me we'll say that he didn't even get hot on his highest scoring game of his entire career. He would have to get essentially twice as hot. And that's not impressive.
I just think that record will be broken in the next 10 years.
Okay. All right. Okay. Continue.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
No. All right.
We're throwing it to the tennis world here. Number 3 is Roger Federer's 23 straight Grand Slam semifinal appearances. To put that in perspective, he shattered the record, which was 10. And he's 23. And I also think tennis, like most sports, is becoming extremely more competitive.
Yeah.
Right? So like you had like the 3 guys like Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer just dominate.
Same thing you're saying with golf.
Yeah, dominate the last 20 years. But I think like moving forward.
So your argument is golf and tennis are kind of like becoming more competitive.
Competitive, yes.
It's harder. And the basketball, though, people are just scoring more points.
Yeah. But I also think like 30 years ago, like people, like good athletes always gravitated towards the NFL and even the MLB and like the NBA. But 30 years ago, they didn't gravitate towards golf or tennis. But now I feel like there's a lot of athletes that.
Shout out documentaries.
Yeah.
Full Swing. You watched that recently.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4 for me, I'm going to do Wayne Gretzky's 1963 career assist.
Someone had to throw that in there.
Same thing I'm doing with the Jerry Jones. I'm breaking it down season by season. Someone would have to average 98 assists every season for the next 20 years, like over a 20-year career. And guess what? No one has 98 in a single season. So no one's done it in a single season and they'd have to do it for 20 years.
Yeah, there's no way. No way.
No way.
Yeah, that's a crazy record.
Yeah.
Number 4 for me, we're throwing to the NBA again. It's the Celtics 8 straight championships. I mean, they won from 1959 to 1966. 8 straight.
Yeah, 8 straight's insane.
It's nuts.
I mean, the Bulls didn't do it with Michael Jordan. So like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? All right. Number 5. I'm going to give 2 honorable mentions before.
Okay.
One is Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hit streak.
Yep.
Got to give that a little bit of props. Yep. The other honorable mention is Jim Hardy's 8 interceptions thrown in one game. There's no way someone's throwing 8 picks without getting benched.
There's no way. Yeah, exactly.
Unless another like 49ers things happen and like Christian McCaffrey throws.
Yeah, but then they're just going to run it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like that's just not going to happen again. But the one that I'm going to give is Michael Phelps, 23 gold medals, 8 in 1 Olympics, 28 total medals. That's just the longevity and the dominance that he had. I don't think anyone's ever going to do.
Agreed. It's like the same, Simone Biles. She won like 19 Olympic golds.
Right.
Which is nuts.
Yeah, I think hers is like 18 or 19 and she's done and Michael Phelps had 23. So like.
It's nuts.
So maybe it does, but the fact that there were 8 in 1 Olympics, that's also just insane.
That's nuts. So number 5 for me, and this is a future record.
You're calling it future?
I'm calling it future here. So the Arizona Cardinals haven't won a Super Bowl ever. I think it's been 76 years. They've been in the league or something, and they haven't won the Super Bowl. The Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl in 27 years. My future is that the Cowboys break the 100-season Super Bowl drought. So Cardinals will win in the next 25 years. I'm just calling it. And there's a couple teams that are like between that 50 to 70, and I think they're going to win in the next 30 to 40 years. Cowboys will not win a Super Bowl in the next 75 seasons.
What if Jerry Jones sells it?
I don't care.
Really?
I think they're cursed. I don't think the Cowboys. So right now it's 27 years they haven't won a Super Bowl. You can add 73
That is a take.
to that figure. They will become the first team to not win a Super Bowl for a century.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So when that would be, I guess, 2096 would be the earliest that they could win it.
Yes. Yeah. And by then we'll be playing two-hand touch.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott's son
The whole
will be the
league's
quarterback.
going to be flag football at that point.
Yeah. Dak Prescott's son will be the quarterback. Their grandson will be the quarterback.
It's all VR. So like you've seen the commercials where
Nobody
it's
gets
like, I
hurt.
want to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I want to have 80,000 fans screaming my name.
That's what it is. The whole league, though. You've got positions that everyone's playing VR.
And they're just like breaking TVs.
But anyway, it's episode 8.
Wait, what was your number 5?
Michael Phelps.
Oh, that was Michael Phelps. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hot takes from Christian.
Yeah. Well, I liked our records. But yeah, I really think that honestly, the one that might not get broken out of the whole list is the Cowboys.
Well, let's just hope they don't win it in the next couple of years because you'll look a little bit silly.
Yeah.
You wanna end
Episode
it?
Ocho.
Episode Ocho. Episode 8.
Man, I enjoyed it. I feel like everyone progressively I enjoy a little bit more.
Episode 7 was fun too.
Episode 7 was fun.
So,
I like the drafts though here and the records.
dude, I'm going to go get me an Uncrustable. That's what I'm going to leave this episode with. I'm going to go to the store, get an Uncrustable, chocolate milk, orange Gatorade, because I need both of them for my lunch. I don't care that it's been 10 years since I've done that. I still got to.
I'm going to go to the store, get a Zen and a Cosmic Brownie.
Peace.